king for their efforts. Round number 11. Scheduled for 12, the WBC, WBO 140-pound championship. Bradley Holt, our main event.
That little flurry, which they used to call shoe shine in the amateurs, and it's part of Bradley's amateur background and what he still brings to the pros. And Uraz Gis was talking about it. It's not, doesn't do a ton of damage, but it keeps your hands busy for the judges.
Tim Bradley, the WBC super lightweight champion. Kendall Holt, the WBO junior welterweight champion.
The scoring of this fight will be interesting. Bradley has certainly been the busier. Holt has landed some very good punches. When he's chosen to jab, it's been very effective, like there. He has landed some good power punches. It's hard for me to see how the work rate of Kendall Holt has been enough for him to be ahead. There's a hook by Holt. Bradley just chasing him.
Holt turning his back. And Bradley wants to make him pay. Right hand getting through for Bradley as he just lowers his head and punches. Championship rounds here. Deep water. We are in. Let's see. Oh, a nice right hand by Bradley as he turned it over. Holt really back it up now.
That counter left hook of Bradley making Holt miss. And the Bradley jab, which was in mothballs for a couple rounds now, very evident. This fight really, the headline of this fight is the determination of Tim Bradley. He is not a big puncher. He was knocked down for the first time ever in his amateur and pro career, and by a big punch, and yet he has never stopped working in this fight.
And the other headline is after scoring a rocking left hook in the first round, it's the inactivity of Kendall Holt and his refusal to use one of his best weapons, which is his jab. 33 seconds remaining in the 11th. Bradley sneaking in a left hook.
And that was an evidence case where the left hook of Bradley got thrown, and Holt saw the opportunity to counter him, just couldn't get him with the right hand. And Bradley is not squaring himself up as much in these last 4 or 5 rounds and making himself an inviting target as he was early in the fight.
Bradley has gone the distance in 4 of his last 5 fights. And that is the end of the 11th. So here we go, one more round.
Need you to wake up, baby. Take a deep breath, come on. Take a deep breath. This is your last round. Okay.
The right hand of Tim Bradley, which we mentioned, is there's the jab that sets it up, and there's the right that kind of glances land a bit against Kendall Holt. That's the classic combination Bradley wants to use, and there's a counter right hand after Holt got his in. Those are not monstrous rights by Tim Bradley, but they got there.
On the fucking dig this round out like you ain't got no other. You understand? You know what I mean? Like your life depended on it. This is your career right here, okay? You understand me, champ? Okay, look at me. I love you, man. I don't need you to finish this round out like a dog, bro. Body, double head, okay? Right, okay. Okay? The second half of the fight, I will tell you. Second half, put it to his ass. But stay low and chin down. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, Timmy.
Stay low and chin down, says Joel Diaz. Yeah, that's the key.
Joel Diaz, former lightweight contender and brother of former IBF lightweight world champion Julio Diaz. 12th and final round for the WBC WBO unification fight at 140 pounds. The winner of this fight will take home both belts.
I mentioned that neither fighter, when a fight has gone 12 rounds, has ever lost a decision, a 12-round decision. Holt is 4-0, Bradley is 2-0.
Bradley in the red, white, and blue, Holt in the silver and gold.
A reminder about our big hook. by Holt as he counterpunches against Bradley. And Araz Gist, you know, suggesting that not as much as saying you need to knock him out or knock him down to win, but kind of suggesting that, saying you've got to have the round of your life. Holt is not coming forward to do that. Still looking for the big counter shot. Remember our text message, our poll, in which 38% said Bradley's speed would be the difference. To some degree, that's true, because he has been quick. But it's been his determination, I guess, which is a more esoteric way to look at it. It's been the big issue for Holt.
A minute and 35 to go in the 12th. The winner to take home both the WBC and WBO belts. Tim Bradley in the red, white, and blue. Holt in the silver and gold. East Coast versus West Coast. It has been.
In Kendall Holt's corner, they are waving for him to come forward. He's not doing it. They feel the urgency, I guess, more than he does. Now, let's say that we do not know how the judges are scoring this fight. So while we think Bradley's probably ahead, doesn't have to be that way.
One thing I will say is that I think Holt has recorded the more powerful punches in this fight.
Probably true.
The more effective punches.
Bradley did such great body work early and has landed some right hands to the head and some hooks and lots of jabs, but Tim Bradley's not a huge knockout puncher, as evidenced by his 11 KOs in 23 fights.
And he was knocked down in the first round, closing moments. Now they go at it. Bradley slipping. Whoa, a knockdown.
He may have been hit with a punch. Bradley's, oh my.
A standing 8 count to Bradley with 15 seconds to go.
It was hard to tell if it was a punch. Michael Griffin thought it was.
10 seconds. That may change everything.
It'll certainly make this a closer fight, that's for sure.
And that's the end of the fight. As they hug after going 12 hard rounds. But now, this should be very interesting. 2 knockdowns for Kendall Holt, ironically in the first round and in the 12th round.
And the interesting thing about this is that the fact it was a punch, which we believe it was a right uppercut, was a counter punch again as Tim Bradley came in.
Tim Bradley, undefeated, 23-0. From Palm Springs, California, the WBC Super Lightweight Champion. And there is worry on that 25-year-old's face. Meanwhile, Kendall Holt, 27 years old. 2 knockdowns he scored. And let's take a look at round 12 and what took place at the end.
Bradley coming in, pressuring, gets hit with an uppercut and a left hook, and, well, I don't know if his knee ever touched. That's a good question. Did his knee or his glove ever touch the mat?
But
he was hit with punches, there's no question, and he did hold on to Kendall Holt.
A clean right uppercut.
The question, I guess, is whether his knee actually ever hit. His glove hit. I believe his glove hit the mat. That would be the only thing that would cause the knockdown. Now, Michael Griffin was right there. If his glove hit, that could have been called a knockdown. We take yet another look and see, nice uppercut landed. He almost went down. His right glove may have scraped the, we're going to see if we can check to see if that glove hit the mat or if his knee hit.
Yes, it did.
The glove did, in fact, hit the mat.
Great work by our camera crew and our production team in the truck to see that. So that was the knockdown in round 12. Let's go to round 1. No doubt about this one.
He bookended this fight, did Kendall Holt. Again, the uppercut actually was a good punch there, and then this perfect left hook. And the staggering thing about this is, look at Bradley get up immediately. Then he thinks about it and says, I'm going to take a knee and I'm going to think about recovering. Really a brilliant maneuver by Tim Bradley that may have helped save this fight for him. And in between round 1 and round 12 and those knockdowns, from our perspective, Tim Bradley outworked Holt. Let's listen here and hear what they're saying.
The WBC WBO 140-pound championship.
You were wearing there, you know exactly, you know what I'm saying? So I just have to be smart. A lot of times my coaches want me to do certain things, but in me, it's a little different because I see you, you know what I'm saying? You're ready to counter every time, like, it's slick. That's good, that's a kid. You can't teach that, baby. God bless you.
All right, all the talking is over. Let's go inside the ring and get the official decision from Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Raul Nieves scores the bout 114 to 112. Judges Richard de Caroufel and John Woodburn both scored about 115 to 111. All three in favor of the winner. He is now the unified WBC and WBO 140-pound champion of the world, Timothy the Desert Storm Bradley.
The thrill of victory. Hard work paying off for Timothy Bradley. Kendall Holt, despite knocking down Bradley twice, he loses his WBO junior welterweight belt and will have to go back to the drawing board.
An amazingly